I'm Rob Gibson with Castanet News, joined by Conservative Party leader Pierre Poilievre, who was on his way to Penticton, but you were gracious enough to stop and give us a few minutes of your time here in Kelowna. Welcome.
Great to be here.
So my first.
How could it not be? Look at this.
Yeah, what a gorgeous, great shot of the bridge in the background. Yeah. So my first question is, I don't know how much you know about the Taylor Dewick situation, but he was a sex offender who was released into our community, and the issue is for us is around the notification that our community wasn't notified. The RCMP has jurisdiction here, which is a federal scenario, and we're just trying to figure out how that happened in the first place and what could be done to prevent that in the future. And I know you're tough on crime.
Repeat violent and sexual offenders who are likely to reoffend should stay in prison. It's as simple as that. After 8 years of Justin Trudeau and his NDP coalition partners, the most violent reoffenders are systematically and sometimes automatically released onto our streets to reoffend and re-victimize people. And that's, the NDP and Liberals have unleashed crime and chaos in our communities. It's time for common sense Conservatives that bring jail, not bail, prison, not house arrest, and mandatory jail sentences for repeat violent offenders.
Is it difficult to do that, reconciling the tough on crime stance with promises regarding bail and mandatory minimums with the Canadian Charter of Rights and some of the recent Supreme Court decisions?
No, it's not. In fact, I don't want to blame the courts for decisions Trudeau and the NDP have made. They're the ones that passed C-75 that brings automatic release for repeat violent offenders, that allows people to get bail within hours of their arrest. It was a Trudeau and the NDP who gave us Bill C-83, which allows Luca Magnotta, the guy who chopped up his victim and sent his body parts around by mail, and Paul Bernardo to move out of maximum security to enjoy tennis courts and hockey arenas in a medium security prison. These are Liberal NDP bills. I will repeal those bills and bring in common sense, conservative, tough on crime policies that make us safe.
So your video and commentary on the Kelowna Rail Trail went viral. I don't know if you're aware of it, but the municipality has got 120 new spaces. They're calling them tiny homes, 2 different locations, with a third one down the road. So they're trying to make some steps. What would you, if you're the leader, do to help?
Well, there are a couple of things. First of all, after 8 years of Trudeau and the NDP, housing costs have doubled, which has forced people to cram into basement suites or, in some extreme cases, live in their cars in tents. It wasn't like this before Trudeau and the NDP, and it won't be like this after they're gone. My common sense plan is going to require cities permit 15% more home building per year as a condition of getting federal infrastructure money. Those that beat the target will get bonuses. Those that miss it will pay fines. This will get cities to remove the bureaucracy that blocks home building. We need to let our builders build. And the biggest cost right now is not land, labor, and lumber. It is bureaucracy. Less bureaucracy, more homes. Secondly, we need treatment, not more drugs. The drug addiction crisis caused by Trudeau and the NDP decriminalizing and giving out free drugs has to end. I'm going to bring in treatment and recovery, not subsidized and decriminalized drugs, so that we can end the addiction crisis and get people out of tents and into productive lives.
So you've made several trips to the Okanagan, Penticton specifically. Can you explain why?
First of all, I love it here. When I was a kid, we used to come here from Calgary. I grew up there, and we'd camp in Penticton and other places around the Okanagan. But secondly, common sense Okanagan citizens have had enough with an NDP MP who betrayed them to sign on and support Justin Trudeau. The NDP is keeping Trudeau in power so that Jagmeet Singh can qualify for his pension in January of next year. So they're putting Jagmeet Singh's personal financial interests ahead of the interests of the taxpayers here in the South Okanagan who support my common sense plan. To axe the tax, build the homes, fix the budget, stop the crime. Axe the tax, build the homes, fix the budget, stop the crime.
Is that what everyone in the Okanagan can expect from you if you become the next leader?
Axe the tax, build the homes, fix the budget, and stop the crime means the following. One, we're going to axe the federal carbon tax, and we're calling on the provincial NDP and Justin Trudeau to stop the April 1st tax hike they're bringing in. We're going to lower income tax so people bring home more of their paycheck. We're going to cap spending and cut waste to balance the budget and bring down interest rates and inflation. We're going to remove the bureaucracy to build more homes, and we're going to jail repeat violent offenders while protecting the legitimate rights of sport shooters and hunters to keep their firearms.
Okay, and how would you handle the carbon tax, knowing that it's not particularly popular, but a lot of Canadians feel that climate change is something that needs to be looked at or addressed?
I will axe the tax, axe the tax, axe the tax. The tax is not doing anything for the environment. It's driving up the cost of heat, gas, and groceries. Trudeau and the NDP plan a 23% April Fool's Day tax increase. April Fool's Day, and the joke is on you with Trudeau and the NDP. They then want to quadruple the tax up to 61 cents a litre, which will force seniors to choose between eating and heating. Common sense Conservatives will axe the tax and instead will greenlight green projects like clean LNG, more hydroelectric dams, and minerals of electric minerals. We need to lower the cost of carbon-free alternatives rather than raising the cost of traditional energy we still need.
So I'm sure you saw the Leger poll that said 70% of Canadians surveyed agreed with the statement. It feels like everything is broken in the country right now compared to 27% who don't. What would you do to fix that or change that sentiment?
We have to reverse the damage that Trudeau and the NDP have done. The good news is life was not like this in Canada before Justin Trudeau, and it won't be like this after he and the NDP are gone. We need to lower taxes so people can bring home more, cap spending to bring down inflation so people can afford their lives. We need to clear away the bureaucracy to build more affordable homes so our young people can get married and start families again. We need jail and not bail to put an end to the crime and the chaos in our communities. This is my common sense plan to bring home the country that we love.
An Angus Reid poll has you 17 points up right now. With an election possibly October 2025, how do you maintain that momentum and that point differential?
Work hard and share my common sense message. I can't take anything for granted. I have to remember that I'm owed nothing. So I'm going to the factory floors, to the coffee shops, to the farms, and to the neighborhoods of Canadians to listen to their common sense ideas and share my plan to bring home the country we know and love, where your children can play safely in the streets, where your seniors can afford groceries, where young people can buy homes, and where the Canadian flag flies proudly again under the protection of a stronger military. Those are the things that we love about Canada, and that's what I'm going to bring home for our nation. Anything
you'd like to say directly to the folks of the Okanagan?
Yes, let's have hope. I know that it's a miserable time in Canada after 8 years of Trudeau and the NDP, but our nation is stronger than they are. And we're going to restore the hope that hard work will again pay off, that anybody can achieve anything, that entrepreneurship and work will pay off for the future, that our streets will again be safe. That's the dream that we hold and the one that we're going to bring home for ourselves and our kids.
There you have it. Right. Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre joining us here in Kelowna. I'm Rob Gibson for Castanet News.